Hi, welcome back to my channel. So today we will be doing a love reading. I found this spread on Pinterest. It's called The Love Letter by this Crooked Crown, and I really wanted to do it for you guys. We'll also be using the pendulum because I'll be asking a question after each reading. So yeah, I'm gonna have you choose from pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. This is like a little set that my mom got me. It's like a little chair, and we can really see it. It's a little chair, the little table, and another little chair. I don't know if you can really see them. Okay, so you can pick more than one pile. That's also okay. The way I see it is the more information that you have, the better. So you can definitely pick more than one pile. So yeah, let's get started with pile 1. Pile 1, you have the Three of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Magician in reverse. So the first question is how to tell them that you love them. And for you, you have the Three of Wands. And really, it's saying that you should kind of be like noble about it. It might take teamwork. In other words, like it might take both of you to have this conversation or for this conversation to come forward. And that's whenever you're going to have your chance to actually tell this person how you feel. But only whenever both of y'all are comfortable. If not, it can be like very awkward whenever only one person feels a certain way, and then you kind of try to tell this other person to see if they feel the same way, and they don't, and then said person starts feeling kind of down. So really do it whenever this person and you yourself are comfortable and it's kind of going towards that conversation. If not, then it'll just be awkward for both of y'all, especially if y'all have a friendship first. So just whenever you feel like the conversation is coming up, that's whenever you should mention it. And I guess in other words, like, take your shot. All right, so for the second question, I have, what do you want from them? And you want like self-sufficiency from this person. You want them to be able to be proud of themselves, whether it's confidence or like find pleasure in things, like on their own. And this is more like a way that you don't hold on, let me get my words together because I want to be able to make sense. It's kind of like whenever someone tells you don't put your happiness on others, and that's something that I think about a lot because think about it this way: if you put your happiness on somebody else, like, you're never going to give yourself the chance to make yourself happy. It's always going to be depending on others. And we need to learn how to do that for ourselves. We need to be able to make our own souls happy. And that's kind of like what you want from this person. You want this person to be able to be, I guess, stable enough to you want this person to be stable enough to be okay on their own. I always think that in a relationship, it's not always about being together. It's about having that trust. It's about loving this person, but also being okay by yourself. Like, you don't necessarily need this person to be happy, and that's kind of like what you want from this person. You want somebody to be able to be mature enough and mentally stable enough to be on their own, and not just always want to be, like, I guess, with you. I don't know if that makes sense. You just want like a mature person, in other words. That's how I'm taking it. And for the last question you have, what kind of response you'll receive if you tell this person your feelings, or if that conversation comes up, like, what response will you get? And you have the Magician in reverse, and it's going to be kind of like scattered energy, especially if unfortunately, if this person does not feel the same way, then it's going to be that awkward kind of feeling, like whenever something just doesn't go the way that you want, you start feeling a certain way, and then this person starts feeling a certain way. So, but it's going to be like an indecision, okay? You kind of feel like, oh, I'm wasting my time trying to be with this person, but if this person is a friend, like if it started off as a friendship first, then just be, and I know it's going to be really hard, but just be thankful, that this person wants to be a friend, that this person wants to be with you. Like, they don't necessarily feel the same way, but they still enjoy your company. They still enjoy your personality and your person. around them. So I guess even if this person doesn't feel the same, like at least you're not gonna lose them, you know, like if they appreciate your friendship, you're not gonna lose them. So yeah. I know this is probably not going the way that you would want, um, but to me, like, this feels like they would still just be friends with you, you know, like if they don't feel the same way, like they at least still want you in their lives, you know. So I hope that makes sense to you. All right, so we will be asking a question from the pendulum, and the question is, will this conversation come up within this month? If I sound weird, is because I'm a 420 friendly person and I get really, really bad anxiety, so I have to have my headphones on listening to music as I do this because I can't have music playing in the background. Uh, so I can't have music playing so I can be able to be calm. It says maybe. I don't know if you can see that, but the purple one is maybe. So, oh, I know that's probably not an answer that you'd want, but maybe this conversation can come up. And if it does, then now you know that you have to kind of come to it like kind of calm, you know, not just tell somebody straight off the back like, hey, I like you and I want to be with you, and then expect this person to feel the exact same way and get really upset if they don't. And it's like, your emotions are valid, you know. It is perfectly normal to be upset because of it, but if you appreciate this person as a friend or as just as a person in general, then if they're willing to stay in your life, then try to get these feelings to not be so strong in that way, because they're not going to be reciprocated. So yeah, I hope it resonates with you, pile 1. Make sure to like this video if you want, it kind of helps me out, and subscribe. I will be trying to do this every week, and I also do what is it, card of the day. I try to do card of the day every morning, so over on TikTok, and it's a Virgo Soul, just like this channel, and hopefully I'll see you over there. Thank you for joining my channel. Pile 2, let's get started on your reading. So this is a love reading. It's called the love letter. I found it on Pinterest by this Crooked Crown, and I really wanted to try it out for you guys. So you chose the little table. Oh. Alright, so for your cards, you have the 7 of Swords in reverse, the 5 of Cups in reverse, and the Herald of Swords, or the Page of Swords. Okay, so the first question is how to tell them that you love them. And for you, you have the 7 of Swords, and for you, it's kind of showing that for you, it's showing that you're kind of gonna get caught off guard. Like, so maybe this person is gonna, I guess, question you a little bit. Maybe they can kind of tell that you like them, or that there are some feelings. So you are kind of, okay, so you're kind of gonna feel like you have to apologize because of it, because if this person does just bring it out of the blue, just question you like, hey, do you have feelings for me? And if you are the type of person that kind of gets nervous, or, you know, like confrontation kind of freaks you out a little bit, it is showing you that you are going to feel like that. So I guess in a way, be prepared in case this person does come up to you and question you about, you know, your feelings about them. So yeah, I'm not going to tell you like, oh, don't apologize, but just be aware, you know, like, you don't have to apologize for having feelings for anybody. It's not like you chose for that to happen, you know, it just kind of comes to us unexpectedly. And hopefully this person doesn't take it, I guess, like the wrong way. I don't, maybe I'm just projecting, but I had a very bad crush experiences. Like, whenever I told somebody I kind of had feelings for them, they would get mad. So maybe I'm just projecting. Maybe this person's like really nice and they'll be able to understand, and they're just questioning you because maybe they have feelings for you. I don't know. So yeah, don't feel like you have to apologize ever or not like ever, but don't really feel like you have to apologize for having feelings for somebody. Like I said, it comes unexpectedly, you know. It's not like you forcibly made yourself like this person, you know. It happens sometimes. So, okay. So for your second card is what you want from this person. And you want this person to be, I guess, forgiving, especially, you know, if you are the type of person that kind of has bad experiences with confrontation and you kind of freak out about it. You kind of want this person to be able to understand it, you know. You want, like, I guess in a way, to recover from the feelings that you had whenever this person confronted you. But you yourself want to be able to move on from it. Like, you know that things happen just not randomly, but things just happen, you know, like everything happens. So you want to be able to not get yourself stuck in this feeling of, you know, if this person confronted you, you don't want to be caught off and you don't want to be I guess down because of it, you know, like, you know yourself. And if you are the type of person that gets like really down whenever something happens, and maybe you don't want to feel like that anymore, or experience that again, like I know with myself, with like my mental illnesses, like there's some things that I just don't go back to because I know that, like, it will trigger a lot of emotions that I really don't want to feel anymore. So that's kind of how I'm interpreting this. Like, you, even though you felt I guess a little freaked out, you know, because this person confronted you, like, you don't want to lock yourself in that I don't want to say embarrassment, because it's, I feel like that makes it come off as something bad or something negative. It's an emotion, you know, like, you don't want to be feeling like that constantly. So you want to be able to move on from that. And that is what you want from this person. You want this person to be able, like, if they don't feel the same way about you and you're perfectly okay with moving on, then that's what you want. You know, like, you don't want this person to constantly be bringing it up, like, oh, remember when you told me that you liked me, or hey, remember when you used to like me. Like, it's like, no, you just want to be able to move on from that. And that's what you want from this person, especially if they're not going to feel the same way about you. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, for your last question is, what kind of response will you get from this person? And for you, like, this person is going to be very curious about this, okay? And part of it is going to be because it's coming from gossip. So especially if this person heard from another person that you have feelings for them, they're kind of curious about that. Because, and it's not really telling me like this person does like you or this person doesn't like you. They're just very curious about it. They want to I guess they want to confront you about it. And, you know, it'll be up to you if you want to tell them or not. Just, you know, keep in mind that maybe that's what it is. You know, that's the confrontation because they heard it from somebody else and they're going to come and question you. But you don't want this to, like, ruin said friendship. If you do if this started as a friendship, you know, you don't want it to ruin it. And you want to be able for it to move on. And either not bring it up or, I guess, like, not even in a teasing way. It makes sense. So yeah, like, that's kind of like the response that they're going to give you. Like, they're just going to be kind of questioning you about it. They're going to be curious about it. But it's not really telling me, like, about their feelings yet. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to have to be up to you whether you want to tell this person or not. I hope that resonates with you. I hate that I sound really nervous, or I feel really, really nervous. Alright, so we're going to be using the pendulum as well. And the question is going to be, will this person bring up this conversation within this month? So, like, is this topic, I guess, going to come up this month? Or is this going to happen within this month? Alright, pile 3. So you chose the little chair on the garden set. And today's reading is going to be a love reading. It's called The Love Letter. I found it on Pinterest by the Crooked Crown, or This Crooked Crown, and I really wanted to try it out for y'all. We're also going to be doing a question for the pendulum after the reading. And yeah, so let's get started. For your first card, you have the Five of Swords. You have the Two of Wands. and the Three of Pentacles. So for the first card, the question is how to tell them that you love them. And maybe you should check out pile 2, because this is, for them, it was also kind of like a sneak attack, or this person was the one who confronted them, or who is going to confront them, and maybe that's what's going to happen for you also. Maybe this person can kind of feel that you have feelings for them, and they're going to want to question you about it. But yeah, they're going to be the one to ask you first if, you know, those feelings are real, or, you know, if you do like them. Okay, so for your second question, you have what you want from them, and you have the Two of Wands, and you want them to make a choice. Okay, you're kind of waiting for the result. I don't know if maybe you message this person, since you can't really be going out, hanging out with people. Like, maybe you message this person and you're just waiting for them to, like, tell you, yes, I have feelings for you too, or you just want them to respond to something, and maybe you're like an anxious person too, and maybe you sent them a message that is just like, hey, what's up, what are you doing, and they're taking like a long time to reply. That can also mean that. But it does make me wonder about this, because if this is a person who's gonna like question you about this whole situation, like maybe you're waiting on their results, like if they sent you a message and they're like, hey, so I kind of heard that you like me, and then you reply to them, and then they're taking days to reply, or maybe you're very, very anxious and they're only taking hours to reply. You know, so that's kind of like what you're waiting on. Like, you want them to kind of like answer you already. You want them to tell you, like, you know, like whatever you ask them. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for what you want from them. So for your final card, you have what kind of response will you receive, you know, in case they do reply. And it is showing me that you're kind of gonna be getting two choices. But for you, it's gonna feel like there are a million choices, and they're gonna be weighing down on you a lot. And it's perfectly understandable, you know, especially if you do have very strong feelings for this person, and they give you options that just caught you off guard, especially if they're the ones confronting you first. So yeah, like, I guess, in a way, be prepared to be feeling like a little weighed down and a little confused with the choices that they're going to give you. Maybe they're weighing down on you because it's not something that you thought was going to be an option. But yeah, like, just I guess, in a way, be careful, especially if you are like a very anxiety prone person. Then make sure that this doesn't really, I guess, take you down, even though it's like perfectly normal to feel that way. But yeah, sometimes whenever we get like really bad anxiety, or we get into this type of feeling, it's very hard to come out of, and I wouldn't want that to happen to you, especially, you know, like if this is something that you are very, I guess, passionate would be the right word, you know, like if your feelings are very, very strong for this person, and if they do give you like two choices that you just didn't really see coming your way, just be careful, you know, like try not to take it too hard, I guess, and I guess try not to overthink about these things. So yeah, I mean, life is a fickle thing, you know, like emotions are very confusing. So yeah, alright, so the question that we will be asking the pendulum is, will this come up within this month? You know, like if they're going to confront you within this month, if this conversation is going to happen within this month, you know, so if this is going to happen within this month. I'm sorry, I'm like very nervous. As I mentioned, like I have my headphones on so I can be able to do this. So I have like music on, and I'm calm, but I feel my asthma kind of kick in a little bit, so I get nervous easily. I have anxiety, like really, really bad anxiety. It kind of takes a while too. So, oh, okay. Yeah, you really should check out pile 2, because for their question, they also got this answer, and it's to ask a friend. And it makes sense if this person is the one confronting you, like maybe just like in pile 2, maybe they heard it through a friend, you know, and maybe that's how they're gonna question you about it. And if said friend was the one who told them, then maybe you should be like, hey, so what's going on? Should I talk to them? Should I bring up this topic? Or, so I hope that resonates with you, pile 3. Um, I, yeah, I hope it resonated with you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I am gonna try to do this every week, and I try to do card of the day every morning over on TikTok, and it's at My Virgo Soul. And yeah, subscribe to my channel, like this video, follow me on TikTok. I go live on there every Tuesday. So, all right, thank you.